holidays are supposed to be a time of joy and goodwill, but there are cyber Grinches out there ready to spoil the mood, exploit your new devices, and even try to defraud you the first chance they get. Here were some tips to help firewall your family for the holiday season as our tech expert, Marc Saltzman. Good morning, Marc.
Good morning, George. Great to chat with you.
Always good to chat with you, friend. Look, before we get into some of the details here, I've heard tech experts say that we're all either about to be hacked or we have been and just don't know it yet. So is that true?
Fair.
And then what is get cyber safe?
Yeah, I've heard a similar expression. You've either you know that you've been hacked or you just don't know that you've already been hacked. One of the two. Yeah. So there are some simple steps that you can take to protect yourself. You don't have to be, Bill Gates here to firewall your family. That was very clever, by the way. So Get Cyber Safe, for the past 10 years, it's a Government of Canada program that informs Canadians about cybersecurity and the easy things you can do to protect your devices and, more importantly, your data. So the website is getcybersafe.ca. There's lots of great videos and tips and quizzes. And then on social media, I follow them. It's hashtag #GetCyberSafe. But yeah, we could walk through just like some of the more popular devices that we own or about to receive maybe under the tree.
Well, sure. Let's start with phones, right? I mean, my wife just got a new one Friday, so help me and others that are getting new phones this holiday season.
Sure. So because they're so small, they're easy to misplace, right? You can accidentally leave that device in the back of an Uber or on a restaurant table. So make sure you lock it with a PIN or password, or better yet, use biometrics technology, part of your body to identify you, like your face or your fingerprint. You'd be surprised how many Torontonians don't do that because they think it's a pain that every time they want to use their phone, they have to unlock it. But if you use your finger or your face, yeah, that's convenient. Make sure that you enable the timeout on your phone to only be a few seconds, because again, if you left it behind by accident, someone can quickly grab it before it goes to the lock screen. Make sure you enable that Find My Phone feature so that you can see it on a map should it be lost or stolen. If it is stolen, don't try to retrieve it on your own. Work with the authorities on that. When you download apps, don't be the first to do so. Read the reviews, make sure it's a reputable developer. And with iPhone, which I think you said your wife received, you can enable that like don't be tracked option, and that way all of your history between apps and online is blocked. So that's a great idea too.
Great stuff. Marc, let's move on to computers. Look, the most important companions in our lives, other than our significant others, right, or children or pets, and COVID comes along, you can ramp that up to 11 now, right? What about computer safety?
Yeah, for sure. Well, make sure you install and update the cybersecurity software of your choice, and don't let it lapse after a year. A lot of people stop paying. You won't be protected from the latest threats. Make sure that your Wi-Fi network is secure with a good password. And on a related note, never use that same password for all your online activity. It could be 15 characters and capital letters and symbols and lowercase upper, all that. But if you use the same one, then once it's breached, you're SOL. Okay. You could use password managers. That's a good idea as well.
Marc, let's squeeze in smart speakers and smart TVs in 45 seconds.
Sure. So smart speakers are really trendy. They're $25 this time of year, but they're always listening, right? So you can mute the speaker on top with most of these devices and then enable it once you only want to use it. Or you could, at the very least, train it to only recognize your voice to stay extra cyber secure. Make sure you don't do any financial transactions. Just err on the side of caution. Use it to access the weather and all that stuff. With smart TVs, a lot of them do have microphones in the remote. Read what that TV company is doing with your data. And again, all these tips don't require a computer engineering degree. You can go to getcybersafe.ca, read a lot more tips like multi-factor authentication, avoiding public Wi-Fi hotspots, and a lot more.
Thank you for the firewalling family facts and the cyber hygiene help. Marc Saltzman, our tech expert, as always, a pleasure. Thanks so much.
Likewise. Thanks, George. Be well.
You too.